And it says we are live. Of course, it's Thursday night. Just going to adjust this up a little bit for my purposes. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. That means it's time for GotBot Goes live. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far. As we head into the weekend, I'm just going to get things set up here. I tried to do it before we went on the air, but it doesn't quite work the way I would like for it to work. Hey, Jillian, I see you there. Waluigi. Jay, happy to see you in here. John, happy to see you here, man. Right from the get-go. Good job, buddy. Jillian says, I found Hotlink in your Walmart and have to say he is an amazing and gorgeous figure. He absolutely, positively is. Fun fact, somebody asked me, hey, did you ever get any of the Netflix guys in your neck of the woods? Nope, not yet. Not one. Not at any of our Walmarts anywhere. We've gotten 0 of them. So there's kind of the update. I don't really mention it too much anymore because I got Hotlink and that's all that really mattered to me. But for those that asked, Steven, hey, happy to see you, buddy. BS Prime. Jay says, my week is great. Found Leadfoot. Yeah, I hear that Leadfoot is already showing up in Targets. He's going to be, it's been confirmed, he's going to be in Toys R Us in Canada for those that are interested. I'm not surprised. I've talked about the linkage between Toys R Us and Target before. As we go down here, of course, Starscream Wife is in here as well. Il veut parler le français ce nuit. She wants to speak a little bit of French tonight. Dragonfly, happy to see you. Mike, happy to see you. Hey, on the road. Have to watch tonight. Just wanted to say hi. Appreciate you coming and saying hi, buddy. Ben, happy to see you. Robert, happy to see you. As we go down here. Okay, so first things first. I'm your host, your most humble host, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe while you're at it. Why not light them up and hit that notification bell? Helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors, and L, the Autobot Family. Transformers versus DC, G.I. Joe versus DC Universe versus Marvel. And, of course, all of my social media links, all of that's down in the description below. If you want to help the channel, of course, there's a number of ways to do that. The donate link or the Patreon or see what we offer to you on Teespring. Or, of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube. Become a channel member, become part of the team. And we have kind of 3 main topics to cover tonight. The first is I'm going to give a little update to Universal Collision episode 11. A lot of people have been asking about that. Where I'm right on the very last scene. I'm waiting for lines from one person. Have just a few minutes left to edit. I'm hoping to actually premiere that next Friday, not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow. That's my hope. And then that will lead us into the 2-part season finale, which will be episodes 12 and 13 of season 2. I'm going to tell you now, episode 12 is insane. It has a good 450 characters in it. And it's when everybody and everything comes together on Orchris. And that's when everything sort of breaks loose. But it sets the basis for what we're going to have in season 3 and season 4, which will be not quite, they're not going to be as big. Like there's still specific story to those seasons, but they're not as huge trying to accomplish as much as what season 2 did, because season 2 needed to establish that all the universes were now in one. How do you coexist from there? That's what 3 and 4 will sort of cover. Are you remembering the laundry?
No.
Okay. We're going to, so I actually kind of covered that one. We're going to talk about kind of pickups and sort of an unboxing, kind of an unboxing. Well, it's an unbagging again. And what I got picked up this week. And of course, we're going to react to a bunch of news, especially a lot of images. And I'm going to give you my kind of first impression take on a lot of these things, man. A lot of these things. And there's a ton of it. So that being said, I'm going to check in with you guys because I see that you've been chit-chatting away. And I do want to see what you guys have been saying. Hey, Sebastian, happy to see you here. Let's see. Hey, Marvelous Prime, happy to see you as always, my friend. Tony, good to see you in here. So GotBot, as a French speaker, how did you feel about Hot Rod? Was it a double insult? It's funny. I wondered when I heard Hot Rod. I wondered to myself then, how is he being perceived in, say, Quebec, in France, in other French-speaking nations, or at least places where there's a significant French population? And I wondered if in those dubs of other languages, if he maintained a French accent. I didn't take it as insulting. I saw it as cheesy and poorly done, but I kind of think that the movie version of Hot Rod had a lot of issues. I don't think it should have been named Hot Rod. It should have been named totally someone else, but that's an argument we've heard a lot. I could totally understand, Tony, why some people, and possibly yourself included, would be offended by it, because I don't think it was the best route to take. But, you know, that's just me. Hey, Collector75, of course, Graham, friend to one and all. My targets have been putting things out a little early. Yeah, I've been hearing that, actually, Jay. Hey, Sovereign, happy to see you here, my friend. Maximal 10. Whoa, what did Robert say there? Tomorrow I'm going to my Uncle Keith's. Enjoy. Going to have an Omega Supreme. Awesome time. It sounds like awesome time, man. As we go down here, NPM Starscream at Target. Yeah, I saw that NPM Starscream was seen at Target. Again, that's going to be at Toys R Us here. I don't know if it's been seen. Yeah, it's not for me, but if somebody's in for the movie Masterpiece line, I think it's kind of amazing what they accomplished there. I'm surprised that Studio Series Dino and Joel were announced before Kindgom, and yet Hasbro still hasn't shown us. I would imagine, Jillian, that the plan initially was probably to show them at SDCC or potentially NYCC. Of course, we know NYCC also not happening. I don't know. I don't even know if we're going to see them before they show up at store, to be honest with you, because that this year being what it is, I don't think that's the way that they're doing things. Whether that's right or wrong is another story, you know? Let's see. Thank you, Sovereign. I appreciate that, buddy. Analog Ninja, our Super Chat super fan. He is a gentleman, as always. When I saw the KO... What? When I saw the KO Cheetor, I immediately thought about buying a Masterpiece Cheetor. Yeah, I could understand why you would do that. I absolutely can understand why you would do that. Sebastian? As we go down here, Sam, I think that the primary issue with Hot Rod in the last night is that, well, he just kind of didn't really... he didn't have any personality. Even if they had the coloring right on him, maybe that would have helped. I just thought that the accent was unnecessary. That's all. But like, it's not the first time that I've watched something or seen something with an accent and thought that's unnecessary. But that's just me. I mean, to each their own. I wasn't the creative force behind it. You know, it is what it is, man. I'm glad that you're happy for another Thursday, Paulness. Jillian says, I like the movie version of Hot Rod more than G1. I don't like any Hot Rod, so I'm the wrong guy. Hot Rod's not my dude. It's not my dude. G1 Blaster and the red figures are out at my Walmart. Really? Interesting. We have the tags for red. I'll be shocked if we get the Blaster. I'll be shocked if we get any more of the reissues, to be honest with you, because they didn't sell well here. They all got slashed right down. We never did get Devastator. The only ones that sold well were the mini bots, and like we never got Soundwave. We never got any of the mini cassettes because I think they like Hot Rod ended up being sold for $9. Optimus ended up being sold here for $7. They're not. It's not worth ordering it in if that's what they're selling for. Hi, Cybermatic Geek. Let's see. Hey, Zach. Who would you like to see as Titan and Commander in Kingdom? I'm out on Titan, to be honest with you, after Scorponok. I don't care. I don't think they should do anyone. But for those that are still in on Titan and they have the money and the space and the interest, I've heard a rumor that it's going to be the Ark. And apparently that's not a fan rumor. Apparently that's a more substantive rumor. I've also heard a rumor that on Fast Track's package, we apparently get an image of what the next Titan's supposed to be. And a lot of people say it looks like Airwave. I don't see it. To me, if anything, it looks like Tidal Wave, but I don't think Tidal Wave should be a Titan. He's a boat, not a city. I think that Tidal Wave is a good contender for Commander class. So if I was to say anything, I would say for Titan, I think the thing that would make the most sense, since we have Black Rorichi coming out, who, by the way, I leaked to you guys way back in, I think, January, maybe even earlier in a massive leak before anybody ever leaked it. Glad I was right. But I think because he's coming out, it would make sense along the line to have a Black Zarak. In terms of Commander class, I think that a couple of contenders still exist. I've heard that a Magnaboss could occur. I've heard that Tripredicus could occur. I've heard that Tidal Wave could occur. Star Saber, possibly Victory Leo, Death Source. So I think Commander has a longer life ahead of it than Titan does. I even heard a rumor that they're going to redo Metroplex. I don't know. I have my Metroplex, so whatever. Good question, Zach. I don't know if I'm necessarily the right guy to ask it to, though. That's what I've heard, and now what I know there. Is Sideswipe the mascot of Canada? No, I don't think he is. Cybermatic Geek. You guys are chatty tonight, man. Chatty catties tonight. I'm going to have an Omega Supreme. Enjoy. Omega's fantastic. If you get a chance to have him, jump on it. I've heard that they're doing a reissue, at least in the US, of Jetfire and Omega Supreme in January, with a pre-order set for January. If you missed out on either one of those, I highly recommend you get one or both. Jetfire, or Skyfire as I call them, is amazing. I reviewed Omega Supreme. I've done it in comparison to my Omega Supreme, which is Wei Jiang's Ultima Guard, but the Siege Omega Supreme is no slouch. He can absolutely hold his own. He is also absolutely terrific. Very, very, very well done. I'm running through the comments, so joke would probably go over my head. Hey, Grimlock Gun, happy to see you, buddy. NPM Starscream was reviewed by Optibotamus. Personally, the F-22 mode is cool, but too much robot kibble. I could believe that. I'm really not a Hot Rod. Yeah, I'm not a Hot Rod fan either. I just saw the tags and assumed they sold out already. Like the Soundwave Reach. Maybe they did sell out. Maybe they were in your neck of the woods, but they've done a reset on the shelves here in our Walmarts, and the tags have been out for a while, but nothing's been put on them. And I check pretty much daily. We also don't have a double dealer, though that has shown up apparently everywhere. And Snapdragon has shown up at Toys R Us, not here. Let's see. But they're starting to come here. We're catching up to you guys in the US. I would love to, I would love it so much if they made an arc that transforms into Omega Supreme. Yeah, now that's the thing. If they do the arc, if that's actually what they go with, I think it only makes sense that it would become the animated Omega Supreme. That being said, with Kingdom geared toward Beast Wars, I don't know if that would make sense to do, if tying animated into it would make sense. Maybe it would. I don't know how the story is going to unfold for Kingdom yet, so maybe it'll make perfect sense. We'll have to wait and see. If you see Trailbreaker is available from Walmart, it is not. I already went through this. I bought it, and turns up Walmart gave me Wheeljack. Interesting. I wouldn't expect him to come out yet. He's not. I don't think he's due till Wave 3. Wave 2 isn't even out yet, so I wouldn't expect Trailbreaker anytime soon. I have mine on pre-order at EB Games along with Sunstreaker. There you go, Sunstreaker. It's weird. It's weird that it's only those two available for pre-order there, but it is what it is. Hey, Gamer, is Kingdom coming out before? No, Kingdom is not coming out before Earthrise, or is it a prequel? What is Kingdom coming out before Earthrise, or is it a prequel coming last? It wouldn't make sense for 80s Transformers to come together. Okay, that's a fair question. As it has been alluded to, the way it's going to go story-wise is that leading from Earthrise to Kingdom, there's going to be time travel going on that is somehow, some way, though I don't know how this is going to pan out yet, going to bring the Autobots and Maximals together, and it's going to bring the Decepticons and Predacons together. Apparently, it's all going to be tied to some mechanism form of time travel. So it's not a prequel, or I guess technically it's a sequel, but because of time travel, we're getting into the, those weird paradoxes, right? Tidal Wave should be a commander class. I agree with Jay 100%. I like G1 Hot Rod, but not after he became Rodimus Prime. If he could have been a hero of the movie and Optimus still lived, it would be cool. I'd be cool with that. The hero does not need to be leader. Agreed. I don't see Hot Rod as a hero. I don't like the guy, never did. I don't like Bumblebee either. I don't see him as a hero. I see both of them as nuisances. That's me, and that's my personal taste. And I know not everybody agrees with that, and that's cool too. Nobody got to. Hey, Adamantium Matrix, a name that I know well, but I don't know the last time or if ever I've seen you in the chat. So welcome. I am very, very happy to have you here. I'd love to see commander size broadside, and I could see broadside being done commander size along with tidal wave, to be honest with you. That would sort of make sense. Kingdom's not going to do beast machine stuff. Guys, I talked about this last week, and I feel like I have to talk about it every week, and I don't know why. Guys, there's a logic to this. There's a business logic to this. G1 has been the bread and butter for a long, long, long time. Why? Because G1 sells. Why? Because the children of the 80s are the people now with the buying, purchasing power. The thing that followed that was Beast Wars and Beast Machines. Those lines were not close to as successful, even back in the day, were not close to as successful as G1. What they're hoping now with complaints that there's too much of a rehash of G1 over and over, they're trying to say, well, what market segment now is old enough to have purchasing power? They're not high school students. They're not in college. They're not just, at entry-level jobs, but they're the people now that have homes and families and credit cards and purchasing power, real purchasing power. That's beginning to become the Beast Wars fans. So they're going to tread lightly with Kingdom, with the most popular characters that everybody knows from the TV show, and they're going to tote those out. If and only if those sell really well and keep the profits up, because they have to make the stockholders happy, then we might see things like Fusors. We might see things like Transmetals. And we might hopefully see things like Beast Machines. But they're not going to throw those out there anytime soon. I would say to you, in all likelihood, after Kingdom, the next trilogy, because these things seem to be trilogies, will probably be an entire sort of Beast Wars, Beast Machines trilogy, maybe building off of what is laid in the War for Cybertron series. That's just the way time works. That's the way the market works. That's the way capitalism works. We can all have the hopes we want. We could say that we want an animated this, or you want an Armada that, but guess what? They're going to look at the people that were most drawn in by those series and say, they're not the market segment with the most purchasing power. They're not the ones that's going to be our bread and butter and make us money. And if Kingdom fails and does not sell well, mark my words, they'll go back to the G1 well again. I bet a ton on that. Look at Steven being a leader. He knows what I'm talking about. Steven knows what I'm talking about. I am very, very happy for that as well. Sorry I went through all of that. I hope I explained something about kind of how business and economics work. I only know this and I only talk about it because it's a field I've worked in. I've done sales. I've done marketing. I've been a manager. This is not, honestly, it's not rocket science, guys. Eventually, like I said last week, eventually you will see in Generations and the mainline that most of what we get, probably 10 years from now, most of what we get will be things like Unicron Trilogy. Most of what we get will be things like animated. Eventually, it'll even be Transformers Prime. But Transformers Prime ran from 2010 to 2013. I would venture to say to you, it would need to be about 2030 or so, maybe even a little bit later, before something like Prime becomes the bread and butter. It will one day, though. And that was a fantastic series, by the way. So keep your hopes, Aromatic Geek. I don't think it's going to happen yet, but I could see it happening. I could see Beast Machines happening. It's not going to happen in Kingdom. I could see it happening within the next 5 years. That's what I'm going to say to you. I know that was a lot to digest, man. I kid it. I know, guys, that was a lot to digest. Do you think we will get a new Thunderclash since we are getting Rotostorm? I hope we get a new Thunderclash. I'd be so in for a new Thunderclash. When I done the countdown of the wild colors last week, I said then, give me a Thunderclash, man. I'm down for it, 100% down for it. So I hope you're right, Steven. Hey, Devlin, happy to see you here. I pre-ordered my Ramjet and Dirge nearly a month ago. It was supposed to arrive on August 19th, but they changed my delivery to September 15th. You're still getting it before me. In Canada, that set isn't slated to be released until October 1st, and I'm not slated to get mine until middle of October. I'm supposed to get my Prowl and Ironhide the 13th of September. We'll see if that happens, though. But I got them pre-ordered, too. Keep your patience. Keep your fingers crossed, Devlin. It'll come, man. I've heard of Dorkside, but it's not something I've used. I'm not sure how well they are out of the U.S. I don't know. I'd love to see Ectotron animated in a Transformers crossover short. He was in a comic book. That's what you're going to get. That's all you're going to get. Sadly, you're right, but I don't think you're going to see it. But I absolutely agree. Hey, Triple R, happy as always to see you. I'm liking the Core Rat Trap and Black Arachne. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. It is a reaction I want to do. Do you think more Japan G1 is possible? I hope so, Tony. I've been saying for eons, the best, you want to know how to really make money? Bring over all of those series, dub them proper, remaster them, release all those. What a plethora world of characters you open up to the entire world. Because though we all know those characters, there's a lot of people that are fans that do not. And you give them that story, that animation done right, and I bet you would get so many more fans on board. Do I think that more G1 is possible? Japanese G1 is possible? Absolutely, 100%. We need a new Blitzwing now. Why? I don't get that. In the last 6 years, we've had 2 Blitzwings. Why do we need another Blitzwing? I don't get that one, John. I'm just waiting for Thrust and G2. Yeah, you know what, man? I'm with you, Triple R. Here, Sandstorm, who I'm going to call Sandblast, I think. He doesn't release until December, but I got my pre-order in for him. Thrust, who knows when that guy's showing up. He will, but I don't know when. Hey, Landon, I really like your review for Earthrise Skylinks. Thank you very much. No review does Skylinks the justice that he deserves when you have him in hand. No review. I tried to be as comprehensive as I could and cover everything, every possible comparison I could come up with to make sure that there was as much meat on that bone to discover and investigate as possible to make the best informed decision. I was very, very lucky to find him on sale and then be able to use a couple of coupon codes to get him for the price I did. But there's no doubt he's amazing, absolutely amazing. Hey, Jostimus, we are going to have a third-party Legend Scale Menasor set and Autobot tracks. Who's doing those? I never heard about that. Who's doing those? I can guess a couple of companies, but I wouldn't know for sure. Well, Titan's Return is blah. I like Titan's Return. Titan's Return was brilliant, John. What are you talking about, man? I would love to see the Transformers and GoBots crossover. That'd be great, but again, and I've explained this before too, Robert, one company owns the rights to the fiction, the other another company owns the rights to the toy designs and stuff. Unless, and they're both big, Hasbro and I want to say Bandai, unless they can come together or something, I don't see it happening. I'd love it, but I just don't believe it's going to happen. Just got through Victory and Zone, and they're brilliant. Victory and Zone were great. I love them. We could use a definitive chug, Bugley, and Bludgeon. Agreed. Although, that being said, I do have the tank Bludgeon from, I don't know, the Voyager. I don't know, was it Reveal the Shield maybe, or Hunt for the Decepticons? It's fine, but you're right. I could go for a better Bludgeon, but like he's fine. He's all right. He's a nice boy. That's what I'd say about it, but I could get behind that. Definitely Bugley. Fangry too. We could use a proper Fangry. They should redo animated, just like they're redoing Beast Force. And they will eventually, Jillian. But animated was on 2007. This is 2020. Let's just say somebody was 5 in 2007. That means now they're like 17, 18. They don't have the buying power. They do not have the buying power yet. They need another good, I'm going to say 10 to 13 years before they're really going to be in a position where Hasbro is going to say, that's the main line, that's the main market, that's the main public, that's who we want to appeal to. I think it's going to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen yet. We need a Weaponizer's roller. Maybe I could get behind that. And guys, if I miss some of these comments, I apologize because you guys are full of them tonight, man. I can't believe that Skylynx is an officially licensed NASA space shuttle. It is very cool. Yeah, I believe that's how they got the name Magnificence, which matches him so brilliantly. As we go down here, do you want Beast Machine Silverbolt? What? No. I don't. Sorry, Maggie. I'm not reading your comments anymore. They make no sense. Just sort of Galaxy. What? Just sort of Galaxy Odyssey collection. I don't know what that is. What is that? Iron Factory. Yeah, I figured it was Iron Factory. Grimlock Gone says I missed that. I don't even know where it went now. Same here. Not Sandstorm. Sorry. The new Seeker on pre-order. It is, yeah, the new Seeker Sandstorm. It's just, I'm not calling him Sandstorm. Hey, Dean. It would be nice to see a new Transmetal Mega. That's the other thing. I heard that we could eventually. It's not going to happen in Kingdom, so don't get your hopes up. But I've heard that we may eventually get a Transmetal Megatron, and I've heard that we could get the Dragon Megatron eventually as a commander class. I take that with a grain of salt for now, but that's the talk that I've heard. Let's talk future stuff. Do you have you dug into MP Starscream version 2? Do you have any thoughts? I am more excited than I should be, but I need to finish my MP. I'm not an MP guy, but I do have thoughts about it, and we're going to get to that as we go through the news in a few minutes, hopefully. Yeah, it is Sandstorm, John. Hey, Snoke, Marvel dropped some Venom Build-A-Fake series. I saw that. Is that a whole wave of Venom? Holy Moses. Okay, I canceled Big Bad Toy Store and pre-ordered Trailbreaker from Dorkside. There you go. Do what works for you, man. The new Marvel Legends Venom looks cool. It does look cool. I agree. What is top 10 cringe Transformers? Why are you asking? I don't know what the top 10 cringe Transformers moments are. I have no idea. I barely understand what cringe is, to be honest with you. I think Transformers can cross over with any. They can cross over, but it's a matter of business. It's a matter of if companies will cross over with them. I agree. Triple R. Hopefully, Hasbro will use the Chinese version that transforms with a human figure inside. Will make a perfect pretender. I kind of agree with that, actually. I had an idea for. I missed that. What Triple R? That's all right. Had an idea for Thrust repaint to go, Conehead, Sandstorm, and Dust Devil, maybe. Heading out of the live stream, not feeling well. That's that Chinese food. Yeah. Decepticon, Sandstorm, and Megatron came out during Operation Desert Storm, so I think that influenced them somehow. Well, Sandstorm never came out. Like there was a concept for him, but he never did actually come out. Was my understanding anyway. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Um, everybody's hoping you feel better.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how sensitive my stomach is.
Oh, I know. Okay, so we're going to do the trivia, and then we're going to kind of get through the news very quickly because I've been delayed here a bunch talking to you guys. And then we're going to do the pickups, and then we're going to get out of here. So the trivia for tonight. This is a good one. I like this one, of course, brought to us by our good friend, Dragonfly. In the episode Autobot Spike, a brief glimpse of which movie is being watched by Spike. So we see a Spike watching a movie. We get a brief glimpse of the movie he's watching. What is he watching? Is he watching A, Creature from the Black Lagoon? Is he watching B, Frankenstein? Is he watching C, Dracula? Or is he watching D, The Mummy? Is he watching Creature from the Black Lagoon, Frankenstein, Dracula, or The Mummy? Which is he watching? Waluigi says B, Frankenstein, 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 Frankenstein. Input says Frankenstein. Guys, you guys know. Yeah, it's Frankenstein. Hey, Joe, I see you coming in there. F. Yeah, you guys are right. It's Frankenstein. Of course, it's Frankenstein. Okay, the news and notes. I'm going to go through this really quickly. There's a ton of it, but I'm going to go through it pretty quickly because you guys have kind of already asked me some of this. Got to wet the old whistle before I get going here. So, very first thing, we found out that New Republic is going to be co-funding Transformers 7. I find it very interesting that they specifically say it's Transformers 7, and the talk is that this could actually be a follow-up to The Last Knight, but possibly written and directed by a new team. In a way, I don't like the loose thread of Unicron. I don't know if a Transformers 7 is the way to address it, but before they were, Paramount was in collaboration with a Chinese company. That has now changed. I don't know. New fun, new producers, new direction. I guess we'll see how it pans out. But this is the same company that apparently is helping finance things like Mission Impossible and Clifford and Coming to America. And I think there's a bunch of movies. I think it's a 10-film deal. But it's a major shift. Azure showed their Tarn statue. And their Tarn statue is amazing. Beautiful, beautiful lights. Apparently he's holding like someone's head and arm, and he's standing over a bunch of bots. He comes with the pet, a version of the pet. It's molded beautiful. And remember, it's a statue, but it looks fantastic. And every bit as devilish and evil as Tarn always is. That being said, it's also apparently going to not only be light up, it's going to be 75 centimeters tall, and it's going to be expensive, but it's going to be glorious. Kindgom. Okay, so a whole bunch of stuff for Kindgom kind of came up, and I'm going in here because I want to reference an image that I saw. Okay, so this is kind of the news. Some of this we've seen pictures of, some of it we haven't, and some of it, I'll just react to it all. So first things first, Core. Core is basically going to be a rename for Scout Legends class. It is what it is. The first one we have is Rat Trap, and I like it, but the question for me is, will it replace my Deluxe Rat Trap? I like my Deluxe Rat Trap, and here's what I can tell you. Great. Here's what I can tell you about the new one. Pardon me there, guys. Here's what I can tell you kind of about the new one. It is definitely missing paint that this guy has. I would definitely have to do some paint work on it. I find in robot mode, I find the location of the ball joint for the shoulder very strange because the shoulder is pushed like on forward. So the arm will be able to go forward, no problem, like this. It will be able to go out to the side, no problem. But it's not going to be able to go back. That's not going to be possible. However, I do think it has a deeper elbow. So what do you value more? Elbow articulation or better shoulder articulation? I think it's an okay size. I think the rat mode of the Deluxe is better than the rat mode of the upcoming one. I don't think it's going to be bad at all. Am I in for it yet? I don't know. I need to see more about it. Also in Core, I find this kind of strange. In Core, Optimus Prime and Megatron. I don't know why they would be so small, but apparently they're going to be in Core. Starscream in Core, which also sort of surprises me. And apparently we're getting 2 what they're calling fossilizers, which I guess is going to be like the Kindgom version of weaponizers. In deluxe, we've had an entire kind of range given to us. Air Razor's been announced. I'm in for it. Black Arachne was announced. We saw one image. It's funny. I think it looks good. However, some people have like come back to me and said it looks like a KO. I think that that's a broken production sample. If you look at the foot doesn't look good on it. At least one of them. I need to see more of her. There's going to be some big arms, spider arms on her robot arms, but I think that's kind of animation accurate. She looks good. Am I in for her? Probably. Mostly because the only Black Arachne I have is the animated one. So I could be in for an actual Beast Wars one. Cheetor, we apparently saw an image of. I don't know how much truth is to it. It looks thin. It looks very lanky. Now, I'm not opposed to that. But again, the Classics one was not good. And when I got into Beast Wars, I actually went back in time a bit and got the original one. And I like this guy. He has good articulation. He has a fluid transformation. I did a bunch of custom paint work on him, right? You can see a lot of gold that wasn't on him, like on his arms. And I've done some blue. I like the original. This needs to beat the original. How do you do that? You do it by becoming more animation accurate. You do it by having a cat mode that is better articulated. It needs to be solid as well. We also have in the deluxe size Slammer, which I think a lot of people are going to be in for. Slammer, of course, will go with 6-gun and Scamper for Metroplex, in for it. Shadow Panther, I assume, will be a reuse of Cheetor. Cool. I think I'm in for it. I think even if I don't get the Cheetor, I'm definitely in for Shadow Panther. Why not? We're getting a new Warpath. It looks okay. Now, we saw it like semi-transformed, and there was something weird about the Autobot symbol because it looked like the whole Autobot symbol was on one leg, but half of it was like out over the leg. It looked like an indentation on the other leg where it would go in. So I don't know if there's a way that that's going to shift or move, or are we just going to have like part of an Autobot symbol stuck out on his leg or something? I don't know what to think of that. I will tell you this. The only way I'm even considering him is if he's infinitely better than this, because this is a near-on perfect transformer. This guy is an amazing offering. Is he stylized? Yes. But it's hard to argue perfection, man. And he's pretty much perfect. Huffer pipes, you know what? They're going to be ones that I'm going to grumble about and say that they're too expensive, I think. But being slightly larger than traditional Legends, I think will work for them because they're trucks. So I might be able to see it past it with Huffer and pipes if they're done well. Waspinator, and I've heard that apparently Waspinator is going to have a gimmick where he can actually like fall apart. It's a cool gimmick if it works. I have the Generations Waspinator. I like that. I think it's hyper accurate to the animation. We'll see what the new one's like, but it's kind of like with RC. I don't know if I'm in for it yet because I like the one that I have. Scorponok, I did a custom. A lot of people have seen it. I've done a massive custom Scorponok. Again, the new one would have to be pretty much perfect. It's a deluxe, so it's probably going to be smaller than mine. I'll need to see it. But if you don't have a Scorponok, rather than spend an arm and a leg and like a small child to get the original, I'd say hold out and get the Kingdom one probably. Tracks, totally in for. Wheeljack, I thought was interesting. I assume it'll be a repack. RC, I assume will be a repack. Wingfinger is a fossilizer. A new character, I guess. As is Ractonite. I don't know how to say it. Apparently that's a fossilizer. And another deluxe fossilizer not named. So I think they're all weaponizers. We'll see how they go. Those have been fun. I've been in for them. We're getting a Voyager Cyclonus. I've talked about that before. Optimus Primal. No shock there. I've talked about that before. Tigatron. And we saw images of Tigatron. That cat looked a little emaciated to me, like it needed to eat something. Again, I like the original. Now, why Tigatron is a Voyager? Well, a lot of people have said Tigatron is actually bigger than Cheetor, so it makes sense. But the cat was a bulky cat. I think to work, I think the new Tigatron is going to have to be a bulky cat. If he's slender and slim, it's not going to look right. It's not going to be Tigatron. He needs to be a bulky cat. Probably a fairly bulky bot. We're going to get apparently a G1 Inferno. I wondered if it was going to be a Beast Wars or a G1 Inferno last week. It looks like it's going to be G1. I assume it's going to be a reuse of Grapple in for that as well. What else do we have? Apparently another Voyager Starscream. I don't know if it's just going to be the Earthrise or if it's a new mold. We're also getting one in Studio Series. I don't know. That's a lot of Starscreams, man. Voyager Dinobot, totally in for. And then we get to the leaders. Beast Wars Megatron, I talked about last week, 100% in for it. An Optimus Prime repack, we know that. Galvatron. I said to a lot of people when they said, hey, I hope we get a Galvatron. I said, I think that what we're getting is that gloopy little thing that comes with Unicron. And then we saw the artwork for Kindgom, and we saw like half of Galvatron's face. And that gave even me new hope. And sure enough, we're getting a leader class Galvatron. I'm sure he's not going to be a true leader class. It's going to be the leader we've come to know. For me, it needs to be better than Unique Toys Mania King to take the crown. If yours was the Titans Return Galvatron, I think you're probably going to be due for an upgrade. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. And this one has me excited. Earth Mode Ultra Magnus. Look, I said when the Siege one came out that I was keeping my Combiner Wars because to me that embodied Ultra Magnus. And while I liked the robot, I didn't like the vehicle mode for Siege Ultra Magnus. If you can give me that robot basically with the Earth mode that I grew up on, I think I'm in. I think I'm in for it. I really do think I'm in for it. So that's kind of my thoughts on all of that. Going down here, what else do we have? We had listings for Headmasters. I don't know exactly what that is. Apparently they're an assortment. I don't know if they're like little Headmasters, if they're redoing the whole cast. I have no idea what that's going to be, but it is something coming up. I'm sure we'll find out. And when we do, we'll all say, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Because that's usually what we do. G2 Megs was shown. I'm not in for it. The head makes sense. I don't know. I never liked the camo look. A lot of people do, though. And a lot of people are in for it because that's the Megatron they grew up on. And if that's the Megatron you grew up on, I'm glad you're getting it. I really, really am, because I know a lot of people do like that version. What else do we have here? MMC showed off their Stormbringer Optimus Prime. If you like that design, MMC does beautiful, amazing work. I'm sure he'll be a slam dunk, a home run, whatever you want to call it. What else do we have? We saw images of Sunstreaker. Man, in vehicle mode, that windshield, I don't know if it was just mistransformed. I mean, it's basically a wheeljack reuse, basically, but I feel like it really stood out that the windshield was very disconnected. I guess it doesn't stand out to me on Wheeljack, but really stood out to me with Sunstreaker. Love the robot mode. Runamuck has weird double tires on his heels. We've talked about it before. Outside of that, though, I think that's going to really help his stability. Outside of that, I think Runamuck looks amazing. Love it. And we saw images of Trailbreaker. Look, if you like the hoist, you're going to like the Trailbreaker. If you don't like the hoist, you ain't going to like the Trailbreaker. It's simple as that. I like the hoist. I like the Trailbreaker. I'm all in. What else do we have here? Let's see. XM showed off their Nemesis Prime statue. It is not a reuse of their Optimus Prime statue. It is an absolute new mold, new, what's the word for stance, I guess. And it looks like it's him and or his truck form. Looks good, again, if you're into statues. Let's see. B-movie concept art was shown. If you are a big fan of the B-movie, there was some concept art shown. You can look it up. Masterpiece Starscream 2.0. I don't care. There's my take on that. I don't care. But here's what I will say about it. I think that the MP11 mold, or whatever it is, that is an abstract failure. I detest it. The body doesn't stay together. I don't like it. Never did. I think that something like Galaxy Meteor was infinitely better in every sense of the word. There have been a lot of masterpiece and masterpiece-alike Starscreams. This one, guess we'll see how it works out. I wonder about the shoulder pauldrons and how stable they're going to be. And I feel like, and I said it before, I feel like everything looks good but I feel like his knee down, his lower leg, is really big. Like it feels almost like animated proportions to me. I need to see it colored. I can't say a lot, but the lower leg looks exceptionally big to me. I'm not an MP guy, so it doesn't really matter to me. If you are, do you want to redo all your Seekers? Because let's be realistic. If you do Starscream, they're going to milk that mold a billion more times, just like they did with the last one. So I think if you're in for one, you got to be in for them all, because otherwise it's going to look really weird on your shelf. If you're not prepared to go in for them all, you might want to hold back. That's my take for what it's worth. Leadfoot, we talked about, is out. Leadfoot also comes with a little Steeljaw figurine. Looks cool. Looks cool. I dig it. Flame Toys showed their beautiful, gorgeous Victory Leo that's going to be $400 US. That's a lot of money, man. He looks amazing. Absolutely. It's more art than toy, as I've said about certain things in the past before. When you see them connected to the Flame Toy Star Saber and you get Victory Saber, it's an awe-inspiring sight. The detail, the molding, the love, the work, the parts count, the everything it's out of the ballpark for me, but it's no doubt that it's stunning, absolutely, positively stunning. G1 Blaster out in the US, as was mentioned. Analog Ninja noted that apparently here in Canada, it's been kind of seen, kind of. What else do we have? We saw images of the Earthrise Datsun trio, all three, really for the sake of Blue Streak, but we saw all three together. It's the update I've been waiting for. It is absolutely 100% the update I've been waiting for since Classics. I didn't go in on Siege. I'm 100% in on Earthrise. All three. Snapdragon's out here in Canada. Design Inc. apparently extended their partnership with Hasbro. They make costumes. Most notably, there's a Cyberverse Bumblebee and what looks like a G1 Optimus Prime that was shown in the picture. They look good. I mean, it's costumes with masks. They look good. Halloween's coming, They look good. Flame Toys also showed their white Ultra Magnus. It's their Optimus Prime, basically, in the white form. We saw images of Skipjack. If you got Rampage, it's Skipjack. Skipjack is Rampage in yellow. It is what it is. Let's see. The last thing, it was brought to my attention by Event Progenitor. If you're in for the Legends and you got the Magic Square Soundwave, there is actually, it was shown to me from an eBay listing, there's actually a chest filler piece for it. Looks pretty cool if you're in for it. So that's all of the news for this week. I'm going to check in with you guys, and then we'll kind of do the little unboxing there, and I'll sort of talk about what I got coming and what I got ordered and stuff, though I've touched on a few of those things, and I know you guys have been talking here a bit. So as I go back, bear with me, because I'm just trying to get caught up, and I don't want to spend a crazy amount of time here because I do want to get to the unboxing. But I know I've missed a whole bunch of stuff, and I know you guys have been reacting to stuff, and I apologize. Let's see. Boy, I got to go back here. How far back do I have to go, man? I heard that the value that looks more like a cartoon. Okay, everybody was saying Frankenstein. Everybody said Frankenstein. That's about where I cut off. I want a G1 Unicron. What? I want a G1 Unicron live action movie. The Prime Unicron was a neat idea using Dark Energon. It was a neat idea using Dark Energon. I like how they revisioned it. But I see exactly where it's coming from, Adamantium Matrix. Let's see. If he's holding the head, I think he's holding... I just lost that. Where's that? If he's holding the head, I think he's holding... that'll make the pet. I mean, I have no idea. I know this much about Tarn. I know he's the head of the DJD. I know nothing about it. I never read the comics. I don't know any of the other DJD members' names. I know it's not a group I know anything about. If they're not in fiction on the TV, I don't know it. So I really can't have an intelligent conversation about it. He looks cool. Looks really cool. I don't know he's messed up. Let's see. Vector Prime's Kingdom list. Yeah. Right. Let's see. I love having what? Pot noodles for a snack. Okay. He looks less clunky though. Let's see. The Kingdom Rat Trap looks good. Does it though? Does it? I'm out on it yet. Like I'm not sold on it. I see it and I'm like, it's almost got no paint. It desperately needs a custom paint job. Desperately, because he almost has none. So I can't say it looks good, and I don't like the ball joint sticking out. That's throwing me. I need to see more. I'm not saying I'm out on it or anything like that. And I'm not saying if somebody likes it, oh, you shouldn't like it, blah, blah, blah. No, like it, man. I think he's the right size. I feel like I need a bit more. I value that looks more like, I value that he looks more like the cartoon. I think the Generations looks more like the cartoon, but I get where you're coming from. He won't replace here, but will look sweet next to my others. Fair enough. You could do that. I heard that the Kingdom Rat Trap is going to cost $10. Yeah, I don't know. Well, 10 US. It should be $12.99 Canadian. Man, it's warm. Do I expect that to be the case? No, I bet you it's going to be a price jump. I'd say be prepared for it. It shouldn't be, but I'd say be prepared for it. I would like Earthrise Megs and Star in a toy together. What? Earthrise Megs and Star? I don't know what that means. Hasbro said no more Legends class, but Cores, yeah, no more Legends class for a year or two. Let's see. I think OP and Meg's core will be could be a bat and alligator. Yeah, it could be a bat and alligator. I never even thought of that. It absolutely could be. I'm definitely getting Kingdom Cheetor and maybe Rat Trap. I'm definitely getting Air Razor and Dinobot, 100%. And I'd say probably, I'm hoping Tigatron, but we'll see. Oh, and Black and Rat. I'm in for a lot of them, I think. What? I guess Prime Megatron and Starscream in the core line is to have those characters available at a lower price. Maybe. Could be. I have noticed that Lego minifigs are in scale with Transformers. So some people say. I don't know. Robert, I really don't know. I think the last characters I'm going for is Trax and Warpath. If Power Glide is a thing, then I'll try for him. I like my Legends Power Glide. You know, I don't really need them. I'm in for Trax. I don't know about Warpath yet. Like I said, gotta be something special. As we go down here, Moonracer is just a teal version of RC. Yeah, fair enough. I'm so mad that Tarantulas isn't listed. I got the 10th anniversary. I don't really need one, but don't hold your breath yet. I don't think everything has been revealed from Kingdom. Like, guys, they have a whole year. I think we've seen maybe wave 1 and wave 2. Calm yourselves. I think you're probably going to see a Tarantulas. I see they're going to burn out the RC. Yeah, of course they're going to burn out that mold. Absolutely. Can't wait for Warpath. Yeah, a lot of people are in for Warpath. I don't know. Like, I love my Generations, man. So I go down here. Let's see. Yeah, see, Adamantium Matrix just said the same thing, right? Be patient. This list is just the first and possibly second wave. Absolutely, just exactly what I said. Couldn't have said it any better, buddy. Let's see. As we go down here, Kingdom Warpath was mistransformed. Oh, it was badly. I think it was only half transformed, to be honest with you. Energon, I still have my Energon Scorponok. That's fair. That's fair. I'm super excited for Kingdom. Yeah, so my input. I'm excited for it too. Hey, Ultimate Wolf, fossilizers are like weaponizers. Yeah, and that's exactly what I figured, that they would come apart. I heard that they're kind of like bone. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they pan out. Cyclonus I'll want. Yeah, I think I'm in for Cyclonus too. Oh, man, I love Beast Wars. I didn't grow up on it, but I love it. Bless you, Starscream wife. I've only seen 13 episodes. Loving it so far. Cheetor looks pretty good. I wish he had a gun rather than. Yeah, I agree. The whip. I'm not a fan of the. I never was a fan of the whip. The Kingdom line is gonna destroy my pockets. Yeah, I think for anybody who's a Beast Wars fan, man, this is your golden time. It's kind of like GI Joe fans. Like they've gone so long, man, without any real love, and then like this year, boom, 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 boom. And I love it. I love seeing it. By the way, I saw the some of the Masters of the Universe stuff today. Like I saw Cringer or Battle Cat, whatever, and I saw Man at Arms and another couple. I don't remember who now. They look good. I don't think I'm in for them, but they look good and they're very reasonably priced. Who knows? Maybe I will be in for it, but they look really good. Cheetor looks good. Yeah, the weapon is trash. I agree. RC will probably be a repaint of Black Arachnia like the BotCon. Could be, but I think it's just going to be the RC re-release, to be honest with you. So we go down here. Let's see. Galvatron is a loony. Megatron was better. Yeah, but Galvatron looked cool. Also, if Beast Wars, if it's Beast Wars and we're getting Starscream, I vote for Ghost Screamy. Maybe. Could get him. Could get Ghost Screamy. Mini King was awesome. He was, which is why I want something that would have to be better. Like I didn't get the Galvatron mold because it wasn't better than Mania King. And I'm kind of glad now I didn't because I'm going to be getting the mold as Super Megatron when he arrives. And I can't wait for that. As we go down. And guys, I know I'm skipping some stuff, but I just want to get through it, right? And I apologize for that. That's what I was waiting for. Earth Mode, Magnus. That's what I was waiting for as well. And that's also what I was waiting for the Datsun Trio. And, man, I'm in for it. I think I'll pass on Kingdom Magnus. That's fair enough. Never liked G2. Don't have to like G2. Neither do I, especially for that Megatron. Oh. Then it says, getting MP figures are so expensive. Yeah, they are very expensive, especially with mainline being as good as what it is now. I would love to get Siege, Cybertron, and Kingdom Earth Mode, Ultra Magnus. Siege, Cybertron, can get them. I mean, I don't know how expensive it is there, but get them. Black Arachnia. What? I don't care for Black Arachnia, so I'm not getting her. That's fair. I love Black. I love the character. Been looking on Target website. No listings for Earthrise Runabout yet. It's not Runabout. It's Run Amok. You're not going to get an Earthrise Runabout. It's Run Amok. I don't know if that makes a difference when you search. I don't know how specific their systems are. I want SS. What? 3.0 now. Huh. I really dislike the old SS mold, but I'm pretty excited about the new one. I'm sure it's going to be $500, but whatever. I don't care about the MP Starscream. No, neither do I. Siege and Earthrise Starscream look cool to me. Yeah, I agree with you. A lot of fans want a Star Saber. Absolutely, they do. As we go down here. Input got to take out and get some food. That's fair enough. By the way, if I didn't say it earlier, welcome Chicken Fried Steak, my favorite name. G1 Blaster. Well, G1 Blaster is like the reissue is coming for G1 Blaster. Or if you mean like a Generations version, you know what? A lot of people say that. I'm surprised we haven't got it yet, to be honest with you. Okay, so let's get to. Oh, wait. But a few people had to bail there. Generations not. Rat Trap has a chunky body type, which looks weird to me. And in Rat mode, he looks angry, which does not capture Rat Trap's personality. I kind of agree with you, Tony, to be honest with you. Hey, Joe, what about Beast Wars Tigerhawk? I think eventually, maybe. I don't think we're going to see it right away, but I think Tigerhawk is one that's definitely due for an update, 100%. Yeah, I played some Sonic 30 years ago. Sonic 2, 30 years ago. That's about it. Some things will be exclusive, aren't they? Always. God, I hate exclusives, man. Galvatron is my favorite Transformer. Well, then you should be very happy. I want Blur as a Sonic repaint. Okay. Put a Sonic head on it. There's a 2-pack of Ratchet and Moonracer for the War for Cybertron trilogy. Just adding no one. I knew it was a Ratchet and someone. I had no idea who it was. It's a Moonracer? Really? Again? Okay, whatever. Did Rat Trap. What? Did Rat Trap make fried flan? I don't even know what that means. Hey, Ken. Ratchet and Lifeline. Paradron Medic. Oh, yeah. Right. I'm in for that. Apparently, that's going for a leader price point. Makes sense to me. I'm down for it. Transformers Prime RC was fantastic. Love her. I think Blaster will be a Netflix Earthrise exclusive. I kind of agree with you, Triple R. Okay, so the last thing, and then we're going to get out of here. Is the pickups or the orders or whatever. I do have an actual pickup there. I got to pick this up. And what is that? Oh, I'll lay that there. So my Scorponok finally shipped. It is due here September the 9th. Cannot come soon enough. I hope it arrives sooner. Don't believe it's going to arrive sooner. But I am excited. I have a pre-order in for Rorichi. And I tell you what, I wasn't sure if I was going to do it because actually it's funny, Input and I talked about it a little bit. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. And then I saw it as the Tyrant Spear. And I said, you know what? That purple is a perfect purple as Scorponok. He will be the perfect Tyrant Spear. I mean, and that's why I got him. Plus, I might get 2 a fast track and have them be like drones and him like the leader of a trio. That might be what happens there. Let's see. I also have pre-order in now for Tiger Track and for G2 Sandstorm, who I'm going to call Sandblast, I think. That Sandstorm doesn't release here until December. Tiger Track should be September. So he should be coming up soon, real soon, next couple of weeks, actually. And what was the actual pickup? Well, here's the thing. This isn't mine. This is on loan to me. There was a case of these that showed up. One case, and a couple of them got stolen. Thievery is another thing that really ruins our community and really leaves a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths and drives the costs up. But a friend of mine legitimately did get the 2-pack of, pardon the box, because he got in rough shape because he tore it open and stuff. But he got the 2-pack of these guys. You know who this is. It's the Villains Pack. That's right. It's Thundercracker and Skywarp. They're not in the box, of course. We all know these 2 lads by now. Now, here's where things get interesting. Because you know me. These guys have been reviewed by a ton of people already up and down the yin-yang. So what am I going to do that's different? Well, I guess there's 2 things I'm going to do. One, my plan is to look at all 3 of the Siege against the Earthrise. We're going to grade these differently. It's not going to be like a typical review. It's going to be a comparative review. We're going to score them on a number of things and see which set of Seekers is actually better. In an ideal world, you have the space to have both sets. If you're anything like me, you do not have the space to have both sets. So which one actually stands out objectively as the better? These are the 2 Thundercrackers. And, of course, these are the 2. I guess I should do it. This way. These are the 2 Skywarps. So that's going to be interesting. But here's the other thing. When I took these out of the package, in a way, I was a bit disappointed because he had a QC issue that I had to fix. And, of course, he had the QC issue that everyone has had that I fixed. I don't know how many people have done the fix or know the issue. But when we do the review, I'm going to show it very, very clearly. And I'm going to explain exactly what I did. And I'm going to tell you now, he works perfect now. He works pretty great now as well. But both of them needed a fix fresh in the package. I find that a little bit unfortunate. That'll come up, of course, this coming week. I'm going to check in here with you guys because I know you've been talking a little bit more here. Let's see. I pre-ordered Run Amok from Amazon. I seen on Facebook that Runabout is a Target exclusive. Oh, well, fair enough. I did not see that, but I don't know if I would go on Facebook as my be-all, end-all source. I think I would wait for an actual announcement. If Paradron Medic, it's Paradron Medic, not Moon Racer. I'm in for it then. 100% in for it. That's a total of 5 box sets in the Galactic Odyssey Transformers line. What is this Galactic Odyssey thing? Is that a subline thing? I never heard the term Galactic Odyssey before. I want Earthrise Starscream, but I got Blitzwing. That's good. I think we will get an exclusive Sunstorm. We might get an exclusive Sunstorm. I'd be down for that, I think. I want to get them yesterday. Thundercracker and Skywarp. Oh, yeah. Siege has my vote. Kind of has mine, too, right now. But we're going to see objectively. I'll keep an open mind. The Earthrise Thundercracker just pops much more than Siege. Same with Skywarp. Do they, though? Do they, like... You're saying it pops more. But, like... Really? Does it? Because they look like they pop about the same to me. I don't know. To each their own, I guess. There's no real wrong answer to it. Because I'm going to tell you now, there's no wrong answer. They're both fantastic sets. If I do get Rat Trap, I'm going to do a prank on my friends. Hope you don't get them broke. I just read about it on T-Formers. Okay, fair enough. I would like it if they did a hot link with a Skywarp chest and call it Slipstream. I think they'd have to do more than just a Skywarp chest. You'd need more because Slipstream is more of a teal and purple. But I get where you're going with it. I would like it too. When you show them right now, the silver pops more. Yeah, I guess the silver more than the gray. I give it to you there. That's true. Red and Paradron Medic are not Earthrise. What are they then, Jay? Because they've been in the system for over a year. I told you guys a long time ago about a leader class Ratch. Long time ago. So they've been in systems. I'm going to say it's a Target exclusive, by the way. Been in systems a long time. I think it is Earthrise. Silver looks a lot better than gray to me. That's fair. That's fair. I have built Studio Series Transformers 1 Barricade in Minecraft. Cool. Slipstream needs more attention than fan art. I absolutely agree. And guys, that's it. We've gone through the news. We've gone through everything. I'm just going to read Ken's here. What I wish I could go with Earthrise, but I'm going to have to stick with your Classic Seekers. That's fair too. And Coneheads, but I'll go with G2 Sandstorm as an unknown Junkion. You could certainly do that. Make him Junkion. Sure, why not? Pair it with the Tan Hound. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Okay, guys, I'm getting out of here. I appreciate you coming by. I love you guys. Thanks for giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, of course, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube and become a channel member. Of course, hit the subscribe button. Stick around. Have some fun with us. Don't forget that tomorrow we have the countdown coming up of the top 10 most vain and arrogant Transformers characters across all of the franchise. Interesting list. Some of them vain, some of them arrogant, some of them a little bit of both. What can I say? Each and every single day, you do make a difference, man. And I'll look forward to the next time, baby, that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights right here at the stop motion premieres. Hopefully we got episode 11 just around the corner, or the old fashioned way, baby, inside the videos.